For those of you who are just joining, welcome. You all know the name. I'm our banner pilot, and yeah, we'll just going with it tonight. Just got back from a little bit of a trip, so I'm a little all over the place right now. It's looking okay, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start her up then, I suppose. I guess it's cool if I just do that now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I apologize if you guys don't like seeing people eat on stream, but I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. And half of the reason why I'm late is because I was at the Papa Murphy's. All I wanted was a pizza. And they're like, well, you know, if you get a side, you can save like $3. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. And they're like, but the money. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll budge. I'll save some money. Okay. Oh, and I apologize if you guys don't like seeing people eat on the stream, but sorry, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Huge bite. And half of the reason why I'm late is because it's kind of nice though. Anyway, I'm gonna stick to the offline stuff that we were doing earlier. So you know, hopefully you guys don't mind that. I'm noticing a little bit of lag. I'm gonna try quitting some services here. Hopefully, that'll make things better. There's always something that's like updating or something like that during these things. OBS is looking good, I guess, anyway. It's kind of nice. Anyway, I'm gonna stick to the offline stuff that we were doing earlier. So, hopefully you guys don't mind that. Try some services here. And hopefully my PC isn't updating right now. There's always something that's like updating. Okay, cool. I'll need to update that later. Alright, so. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Okie dokie. So, we're going to go ahead and jump back to where we left off. If you guys haven't seen the beginning, go ahead and, you know, you can watch the first bit of it on YouTube. But I figured since this is more of an online game, we'll do a stream of it, and we'll just kind of keep it that way. The video is going to cut out every now and then, so I apologize for that. There's not really much I can do except maybe get a better recording device, I guess, whatever you call it. But anyway, so for those of you who have seen my video, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and jump right back into the thick of it. So, I'm going to do some low-level quests here. Well, kind of don't have much of a choice, so. If you guys haven't seen the beginning, we are going to do it. Go ahead and, you can watch the first bit of it on YouTube. So this guy is just complaining about his pops on Raggle, going down there and trying to make a stake for himself, the video's gonna make money, but he's being very stupid about it. I apologize. Being very dangerous. So we're sent off to find him. Do I have money on me? Okay, no I don't. We are about to level up though, so that's kind of neat. For those of you who have seen, we should be learning some magic today too. Probably not Zond, but Barda will be learning, which is a ice attack. Well, kind of don't have much of a choice, so. I'm gonna swap to the handgun for this. I do need to feed my mag though. Oh, never mind. Guess he's not hungry. So I'm currently playing this using the Nintendo Wii. My Nintendo Wii is modified so that oh, I do got Echo. I shouldn't. There shouldn't be anything worse than hold on. Let me find a safe spot. I shouldn't have any echo though. I don't even have the sound on. Might just be my mic. It's just a terrible it's a terrible Turtle Beach one. So I'm currently playing this using the Nintendo Wii. No, I can't. I mean, I can look on my phone. I should. There shouldn't be anything. Honestly, the Twitch app has updated so much since I've last used it. I don't know how to view the hold on. Let me find a safe spot. The video on this anymore. I shouldn't have any echo though. I don't even have that. Might just be my mic. It's just a terrible, Turtle Beach one. No, I can't. I mean, I can look on my phone. Yeah, I don't know when the Twitch app on the phone became so different. You used to be able to just pull up the video that you were, or the live stream that you were doing. It shouldn't be pulling up desktop, I wouldn't think. Disabled desktop audio. So hopefully that helped out. I don't have any filters as far as I'm aware. Does it sound any better? Alrighty. Well, I'll keep that in mind for the next time. Alrighty, so back into it then. Let me know if anything else pops up, if if you're still on or whatever. But thanks for the help. Oh, we level up. Not hearing me now. Like at all? Oh, okay. Well, cool beans. So, there's not a whole lot to say just from the get-go. Most of it's pretty much stuff that we've been doing. Oh, we found him already. That was really fast. So this is the guy that we were looking for. He's just a little wussy. But he's not going to leave with us until we get his capsule things. Nothing too special. It's pretty much like the mag quest again, where they're wanting us to find like the missing items. So, in fact, one of the mags is going to be exactly where the first one was, so. We're going to look for that guy. And there's our first one. Pretty straightforward quest for the most part. A lot of just hunting down, or all you're really going to be doing in this quest is just, looking for those. And I feel like this is a pretty good quest to get some level ups and stuff on. All the quests are pretty much, perfect for that. But, eventually quests do start to get a bit more advanced and require you to be at higher levels. I mean, unless you're like a ranger or a force user, then I guess it doesn't matter too much as long as you keep your distance. But you're going to be doing a lot of evading and stuff. Sometimes it's just better to wait and be able to be able to take the damage and stuff instead of just running around and whatnot, because that's not always guaranteed to keep you safe. So best to take your time with it. Oh, that one's locked. Which the same could be said for just about any MMO out there. So, oh right, we can learn that magic stuff now. So, learning it is pretty much as simple as that. You can customize your stuff so that it can show up in your list of commands. We're actually gonna put that one here, and it pretty much works like your normal attacks. I'll show it off here in a minute. I just gotta find something to kill. So, yeah, there's some. Does use up magic though, so keep an eye on that. But like I said, pretty much the same way you use normal attacks. Right now, they're not very useful against these enemies, I would say. I would wait till you level up to at least like level 5 before you start relying on them. Focus with I would stick to weapons and stuff for now. Unless you're a force user, then of course you're going to be using your techniques or magic right off the bat. So, well, actually, I'm not really sure if you get them right off the bat or if you just start off with a low level cane or something like that. But I know that they focus on magic, so I don't think it takes as long for them to learn techniques. But that'll be something we'll try out later on. I plan on doing a lot of playthroughs of this game because while technically you're getting the same story with each playthrough, there's different ways to play the game and whatnot. So might as well show off some of those play styles, I guess. As you can see, though, the technique that I use there can go through multiple enemies or multiple boxes in this case. So it makes it a really good one for clearing out enemies. Though personally, I've been the other account that I have on here is like a level 22, and I found a really cool lightning attack that does a buttload more damage and will basically do like a chain attack where you'll target one and then it'll automatically target everyone else, and it works great. But that's going to be a little while later, especially since we're kind of starting fresh with this playthrough. Yeah. I know I've said this in the video for those of you who've watched that, but I absolutely love playing this game. This takes me back to when I was younger, and ooh, Reset is a really good spell. That'll be our healing spell. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But this takes me back to when I was living in Missouri. I was probably about 12 at the time, but everyone down there in my school played this game called RuneScape, and I'd never heard about it, let alone, I hardly heard about MMOs or anything like that at the time. And they're like, "Oh, dude, you should play with us." And so one of my buddies got me all set up with an account. Unfortunately, the name was rather unfortunate at the time. I think it was called Smokeweed259 or whatever. And me being just as naive as all heck, I had no idea what it meant at the time. I thought it was just referring to, like, catching the weeds in your garden on fire or whatever, or something like that. I wasn't really exposed too much to the world at that point. But Missouri would definitely expose me at some point, so I learned a lot while I was down there, which is a good thing. I feel like you should be exposed a little bit to different culture and whatnot. Learn how other people live and stuff. But yeah, I ended up getting a new account thanks to my dad at the time, and that was the account that I pretty much stuck with for like the end of days. But this takes me back to when I played on that account, and there was this group at a library in the town, like right near. I think I lived in Sedgwickville at the time. There was this town called Perryville, and they had a library with a computer lab in it, which was great. I got to go in there. I got to play the games that I wanted and whatnot. But they had a RuneScape guild, or a RuneScape clan, which was just like a group of guys pretty much the same age as me, some a little bit older, but we'd all get together and we'd all play RuneScape. Um, we'd try to stay on the same world, from what I remember. The world being like pretty much the server or whatever that we were on. But we'd pretty much do our own thing and share like tips and stuff, and maybe trade some things every now and then. So, I had a lot of fun with it. I almost wish I had something like that nowadays. Um, it's not too hard to do nowadays either, I guess, because you've got Discord and whatnot, but it's not the same. I feel like getting you know in touch with people in person is a little more exciting than just doing like a Discord server just to hang out. Then you're pretty much sitting there in this big party room or whatever. If you guys want to eat like pizza or whatever, you guys can order pizza and enjoy that. Basically the same mentality as like a LAN party. I feel like that's something that's been forgotten over the years in favor of online gaming, which in and of itself is fine. I mean, I'm playing an online game right here, although I'm playing it offline right now. But I don't know. I prefer. Oh, he's actually looking out there. I prefer playing games with other people, like on the couch or whatever. It feels like a much more enjoyable time. So this guy is gonna be like, "Oh, I'm going back there when things are all better," and yeah, pretty much he doesn't learn his lesson. But that doesn't matter. We got paid, so. So those are the first 3 quests. You can see the other 2 on YouTube. It's not a very old video, so. But those 3 quests, once they're unlocked, they unlock 4 more, and then as you complete these quests, there's going to be more than that too. So, yeah, you can pretty much just go crazy. So this is going to be one of those quests where we bring someone along with us. This little lady here, Noel, I think that's how you pronounce it, wants to get some insight on what happened to Pioneer 1. Basically, like, tell people, oh yeah, this is what their government is keeping from them and stuff. Because it's hinted at in this game that, like, the government in this game doesn't really want the people knowing like what happened and stuff, which I guess makes sense. I'm assuming it's to keep them all like from freaking out or whatever, because it was, I mean, their little home place down there exploded. Oh, I need to get rid of some stuff. So I'd be freaking out if I knew that like the whole ship worth of people that made contact with this planet ended up blown up, and I was going to be going there soon myself, so. Actually, I need to go through some of these and actually figure out what I want to wear. Also need to see what weapons I've got that are better. I can sell that saber and use this one, because that one... Oh yeah, it's slightly better than that one. Not by much, but still. That one's better, so I'll be keeping that one and selling the others. So those ones are pretty much the same. Does that one have a slot? Oh, it does have a slot. Cool. We'll utilize that later. But I think we'll be jumping over to this armor when it's available. Be after like 1 level up or whatever. And that armor's pretty much trash. Basically, this right here is like a battery slot, so you can add stuff to your armor that'll increase its stats by a little. Not dramatically, but enough to make it a little bit safer. So this barrier here is going to be stronger, and we can go ahead and start selling. Be sure to keep on, or hold on to these, unless you've already learned them, then sell them. But if you haven't, save them, because buying them later, you know, they're probably going to be a little more expensive. I think they're like 300 a piece, so it's better just to save them. We're saving that one, get rid of that. Oh, right. Oh, I should have saved that. Whatever. I'm gonna get rid of one of those. It's not like we won't find it. It's just, it's more convenient to hold on to them. Though, by the time we level up, there's probably going to be better armor, so. Handgun, we'll keep that. This one we need to save. Or we need to sell. Alrighty, looks good. I do want to see if there's any spells that or techniques. I gotta stop calling them spells. I only say that because I know more people are more familiar with, like, you know, magic in terms of RPGs. But, really, I feel like I should use the proper terms for it. There's something over there. I think, yeah, we got all these, so. Alright, let's go ahead and drop our money off, and drop off those spells too, because I don't think we're going to be leveling up to those quite yet. But always drop your money off in the bank, just so if you die, you don't lose it all. And you don't have to worry about rushing back to get it. I think I'm gonna hold on to... No, I'm gonna save it in here. Honestly, Foy is not a very good spell. It's good when you level it up enough. Like when you get to level... Or when you can finally use level 3 Foy. Which, by the way, Foy is just a fire attack. But once you level it up to that, then I feel like it's kinda useful. But I prefer attacks that can damage multiple enemies at one time. So Foy's cool, but it can only attack one enemy at a time. And what's the other thing? Oh, it's kind of slow. So Barda is cool at higher levels too. It can attack a lot of enemies as well, but I feel like it's even slower than Foy. So the only thing that's really cool about it, though, is the small chance that you might be able to freeze an enemy, which puts it in their place instead of you know, just letting it come to attack you and whatnot. Sorry, I'm kind of tired after the day. I went like all over the place today, so did a lot. By the way, your partners can get attacked, and there is a potential for them to die, but typically they'll heal themselves when they get too low. I have yet to actually have an NPC die on me, so I'm hoping that it doesn't happen. But I'm sure as we get into later areas, particularly the caves, I'm sure there's going to be quests that are going to require me to be down there and go against, like, the higher level enemies. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to that point. I plan on streaming for about, like, about an hour and a half, maybe 2. So I've got plans with other friends as well. So she's kind of starting to realize, oh no, the animals here are vicious and stuff like that. And she's going to stop us with little bits of information like that as we proceed. Basically, she's oblivious to what's going on the planet, which, you know, makes sense. The government really hasn't said anything about what's going on Ragol, what happened to the passengers of Pioneer 1, stuff like that. I'm kind of glossing over the story for the most part, but that's mostly because it's not really sequential here. I feel like it goes out of sequence quite a bit, and a lot of the quests are more personal quests as far as the online stuff goes. They do end up culminating in you fighting an eventual final boss, so there is that, but... Oh. Thingy went out again. Yeah, for some reason when my fridge starts up its little motor in it or whatever, and when it turns off the motor for keeping it cold, it cuts out my video for some reason. And it only does it on the Wii. It never does it on any of the other consoles. So maybe it's the HDMI cable that I'm using, but I'm willing to think that it's more the Elgato device that I have. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. I'm not too happy with the Elgato device that I have, mainly because it doesn't go back and record like 480p stuff, so kind of sucks for my personal needs. This is a residential area. Yeah, she's just kind of speculating. Basically, unless she brings up something really important, I'm not going to worry about relaying that information to you guys. There's not much point in it. These are a lot stronger versions of the Boomas. They're the strongest, so nothing will be any stronger after that. Well, as far as Boomas go. There will be stronger enemies as we proceed, though. Specifically when we get to Force 2. Force 2 is going to be an absolute nightmare. Especially at our level. We're only a level 3. I mean, we're doing fine. It's just, we could be a lot higher up. Make our journey a little bit safer. But again, we'll be leveling up as we proceed, so... It's all kind of fine. It'll be way better when we get some stronger weapons too. In my other playthrough, as I was going through these, I found out that swords, unlike the saber that you start off with, that little beam saber thing, swords are able to attack multiple creatures at one time. I wish I could find a sword that was like stronger than the ones that I've been picking up, but so far I haven't found or had any luck with that. There's rumors of the explosion. Yeah. Basically, she's kind of pointing out like what people have been speculating about the explosions and stuff, and realizing that most of the speculation isn't quite correct. Mind you, I don't think our character even knows what happened on this planet at this point, so... This game revolves around conspiracy stuff on your ship. Which is kind of neat. I think the plot for this has been kind of cool so far. but I know it can get better. I find the plot to be more engaging in this game than PSO2, if I'm being real with you. I think PSO2 is... I mean, it's okay, but I feel like the story kind of takes a back seat in favor of other stuff, like just doing quests in general and grinding and whatnot. It just feels mindless. And like I said in my video before, you know, a lot of the things that you do to progress the story are just go to like a quest counter, and ooh, we leveled up. And what happens is you'll watch a cinematic play out when you select those quests, and that's it. That's pretty much how you complete quests for the story. The only ones you really get to engage in are like maybe a boss fight here or there, but typically when you're going through PSO2, most of the time you're just doing exploration missions and maybe an urgent quest that pops up. But considering that it's an urgent quest and it just kind of pops up out of nowhere, it doesn't really make much sense when you go against it. It doesn't have any story behind it. Maybe there's some that I just haven't seen yet, but I feel like with Microsoft's release of this game, it's harder to understand the story, because I'm gonna assume that they assume that we've been playing this game for a while now. And I'm sure there's, you know, at one point I did play on the Japanese servers using fan patches and stuff, because I really wanted to play it. I saw videos of it and I was like, wow, this looks really cool. And it's free. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump on here and play the story and stuff. Of course, you know, with the limited translations, I didn't really get much from the story. And also, I started late. But I feel like with the release that they did on the Xbox and on PC right now for America, you know, they're expecting that most of us have played the episodes beforehand and stuff. She's commenting on how there's nobody around. But I feel like they're just kind of setting the story on the back burner for now. I mean, it's there. It's just, it's not a primary thing that they're focusing on. And to be, oh, cool. To be fair, you know, this game's story isn't all that spectacular either. But I feel like there's actual story here that I'm able to grasp and stuff, compared to PSO2, where they're thinking, oh, you know, these people already know a lot of backstory behind this game and whatnot. But we don't. I don't know any of these characters that are popping up, except, like, maybe, you know, your buddy character that you tag up with in the very beginning of the game. Ark, I think, is his name. Or Arthur. Maybe it's Art. I don't remember. But, you know, you're pretty much paired up with him at the very beginning of the game, which is cool. He doesn't join you on a whole lot of quests outside of the story and stuff like that, so, well, getting bullied by a rappy. But you know, apart from him, the only other character that you really get to know is like this chick that you end up rescuing or whatever. I don't even know if you rescue her. She just kind of pops up out of nowhere. And it's very similar to one of the other Phantasy Star games, Phantasy Star Zero. Because a girl falls from the sky in that game too. But that game and its quests are all linked together and stuff. There's nothing extra that you're doing just for random people on the ship. I guess the best way to put it is, like, this game and PSO2 are really good at world building, but they're not very good at like structuring their story or the overall narrative. And maybe that's how it is with other MMOs. I wouldn't know though. I haven't played any other MMO besides like RuneScape, and I'm sure there was another one that I played at one point, but I can't think of it right now. RuneScape is the one that I remember the most. And yeah, those games, they or RuneScape, as far as I'm aware, isn't really that structured either. But there is a little bit of an overarching narrative. But you explore that more in the books. The problem with PSO is that all the books that are available for these games are in Japan, and they've never been translated for American releases. And even then, I don't even know if those are connected with the story at all. The only games that I'm aware of in the PSO series, or not PSO series, but Phantasy Star series as a whole, are the original ones for the Sega Genesis. So Phantasy Star 1 through 4. All those games are connected. They may not seem like it at times, but they do make reference to the other games and whatnot. So, sorry, I'm super tired today apparently. But yeah, they are definitely connected. You see characters from one story jump over to the next and stuff like that. There's also Phantasy Star Universe, which is like a 360 game, as far as I'm aware, over here in America. I think there was a PS2 release too. I'm sure there's a PC release out there somewhere. She's wanting us to get that little computer thing across the bridge. That there. So we gotta figure out how to extend the bridge. Don't quite remember how to do that. There's like a little button that you hit. I think it's up here. But yeah, so I think Phantasy Star Universe is connected with the Phantasy Star portable games, which is kind of neat, but I haven't played enough of them to really understand the story to that, so I wouldn't be able to give you a complete answer on that. But the Genesis games, those are easy because they're not MMO based. They're more, they're pretty much generic RPGs, really. I mean, if you've played Final Fantasy, it's pretty much the same thing as that. Looks like she's having second thoughts on getting her story here. So when you are going through these quests and stuff, be sure to look around and, collect what you can. Until you fill up, you can pretty much collect till the cows come home. And all that stuff can be sold for more money. So, and the more money that you have, the more items you can get. Which definitely help out later on, so. Oh, she's killing everything. And there is that. So the bridge should be up and running. Just kind of pointing out why the central dome, the big building up there, is still there, even though there was an explosion. There's an intro cutscene that kind of shows what happened. It wasn't so much an explosion. It looked like just giant wave of energy just blasted through. So it's going to tell us that there's no access to the computers here. And it's not really going to tell us anything else about it. So we're going to take a couple steps, and she's going to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Take me home. I think she's kind of worried about the backlash she might get. So we go back in here, and that's pretty much it. So we kind of leave each other here, and I don't think we ever see her again. So I hope you guys didn't enjoy her, because you won't ever really see her again. It's like a couple recurring characters in this game, but that's about it. On the plus side, we did get some Masada, so there's something to remember by. For those of you who didn't see the first video, and haven't played a Phantasy Star game, Masada is basically like gold in an RPG. It's just currency. But yeah, as you can see, we're kind of progressing through this pretty fast. I want to get as much done as I can tonight. Oh, that frame has 2 slots. I'm going to sell it regardless, though. Oh, we picked up a mono grinder. Save that for later. Mono grinders are really cool, though. They basically allow you to... don't need daggers. They allow you to level up your weapon that you're holding currently. So you really want to save them for later on, so you can level up like your stronger weapons and whatnot. The generic weapons that we have right now, I don't think it's worth updating them. Bardo's the one that we learned, yeah, so we can get rid of that one. Oh, is that one stronger than the one that I have? No, it's not. It's pretty much the same. Handgun is pretty much the same. No slots on this one. Alrighty, cool. And the soul atomizer will be going to my my mag, if he'll eat. Oh, I still can't give him anything. Maybe I gotta level up to level 5 before I can give him more stuff. I guess that makes sense. Oh, why didn't I sell that? Alrighty, and then we'll check with her if the camera can chill out. See if she's got any new spells. We'll buy Zalure and Anti. And we can level up the Foy, which we already have, so that's kind of neat. Sorry, I need to eat. Forgot I had food. Alright, so we're ready to do our next quest. If we can stop getting stuck on NPCs. So this is a special quest for the GameCube release. Sorry, I need to swallow my food there. But I did want to point out this is a special quest for the GameCube version. It's available in all of them as far as I'm aware, but this one has a little bit extra to it. The GameCube version of this game had the ability to connect to your Game Boy Advance, which is for typically in games it's used for like extra controls or whatever. But here you can download games to your GBA and then you can play those. I won't be able to show them because it's not like I can connect my GBA to a TV. But basically they're just little mini games. This one in particular is really cool if you have Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Advance 1 and 2 on your GBA. But if you have Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on the GameCube, you can use this game that you get and hook it up to those games, and then you get like a chow, which is a little animal thing that you can raise on that game. But it's an exclusive one to this particular version, which is super cool. I love when games cross over like that. Basically, this guy is saying, "Oh yeah, I've got a scientist guy that's missing on the planet, and I want you to find him." These guys will tell you a little bit more about him, but I don't feel like they add that much. So, this is a really easy quest, by the way. That being said, I did mess this one up when I did it on my other profile. You're going to see this Rappy here, and you can actually interact with him instead of attack him. He's going to run away, though, so. Activate that, and that'll open up the item area. But, yeah, so the GameCube version has four different games that you can unlock. 3 of them require you to be online, as far as I'm aware. Or if you have the Plus version of this game, which basically makes it so that all the online quests can be played offline as well. You'll need to be online to get those other 3 quests. If you don't have the Plus version. Which kind of sucks that they're kind of locked behind that. But those games are pretty much, inconsequential if you can't play them. They don't really give you anything or whatever. It's kind of like the e-reader setup for those of you who remember what that was. You basically swiped a card and it would let you play like an NES game for a certain amount of time. Or not a certain amount of time, as long as you kept your Game Boy on. So right now, this quest is pretty much just pitting you up against a bunch of Rappies, these little penguin bird-looking things, in our search to find that one that we talked to in the beginning. I'm not going to worry about finishing them off, because I don't feel like they drop anything super valuable. And it's also kind of a slog just waiting for them to get back up, so... That, and if my buddy Michael were watching, he'd probably be really upset, because he's got a thing for penguins. And us kind of blasting them to the ground is definitely a little mean, I would say. But yeah, pretty much just clearing them out so we can proceed and find that other Rappy. And they dropped from the sky, apparently. So I'm assuming that means they can fly. Definitely can't hurt you though, so be careful. If you get enough of them on you, they can be just about as dangerous as Boomas. It's one gripe I have about this game. The targeting is terrible. You have to be looking directly at your opponent and stuff when you attack, which I guess makes sense. It's frustrating. I swear I'm looking at them half the time, and then come to realize that I'm not, and it won't lock on, so you can't attack. It's fixed in PSO2 because you have free aim with your weapons, which I feel really only applies if you're a what's it called? It really only applies if you're a ranger, because then you have more more accuracy with your aiming and stuff. Swords you can do it with too if you're a hunter, but I feel like it's kind of redundant doing it with a sword. Because as long as you swing your sword, you're usually going to hit something. Man, these guys are beating the snot out of me. There's our little chunky boy here. Oh. Oh yeah, it's it. Oh, we need to hurry though. These guys can attack us while we're talking to people. I'm gonna use my ice attack. See how many I can take out with that. Apparently I can take out a lot. That's one of the benefits of using techniques. They definitely definitely can hurt, provided the enemy's within range. They waddle up to you like penguins. They run away like chickens. They drop down like dodos. Nose is all stuffed up again. I think the reason why I got a headache yesterday during that video of Metroid was just probably because I haven't been taking my allergy meds, and it's probably affecting my sinuses a little bit. Usually when I have when I've got a lot of gunk up in my sinuses, affects my head a little bit. So probably start taking allergy meds again tonight. We're gonna line these guys up and we're gonna freeze them all. Allow me to give you the cold shoulder. Oh, that was a terrible Arnold impersonation. Ugh, you gotta stop yawning. I need to use some mono fluid. We'll use our magic to do that. It looks cool when you do it on boxes, particularly when you get the lightning attack that I have on my other character. It's a stronger version of the normal lightning attack that we'll be getting later, but basically it allows you to strike every enemy in the vicinity provided they're within range when you target them. And this is pretty much the quest right here. Once we talk to him 3 times, he reveals that he's the scientist dressed up as a rappy. Let him know that his assistant's wanting him to go back and all that. So for this quest, or for the bonus quest that you unlock for the GBA, what you do is you go through here. Mind you, I didn't do this on my other one, so I'm kind of kicking myself because now I have to beat all those quests in order to do it again. But you go back in here, and then that should unlock the door that we were next to. Or something. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, no. There's just these 2 rappies here. Apparently they need to use the bathroom. But you talk with them, and somewhere over here there is a Chow that you can talk to, and he will give you a downloadable game for your GBA. Question is, where is he? I thought he'd be in there. Oh, there's a switch here. So he's probably in here. Unless I'm being stupid and I'm just walking past him or whatever. Yeah, I'm thinking that he's back there. They're looking at him, I'm assuming. Ah, there he is. Ah, look at that little guy clipping through the ground. So yeah, that's a Chow from the Sonic Adventure and Sonic Advance series, and Sonic X if you watch that. Well, the Rappies found you right off the bat, so this is a gift for setting a new record. Received key item, Tiny Chow's Garden, or Cow Garden, KO. I don't know how you pronounce it. Chow Garden. You can download games in this, or in the city with this. Have fun. You can download games in the city with this. Have fun. That was a little redundant, but whatever. All right, well there you go. I'm really excited about doing that. That's something that I didn't get to do in the other thingy. Somebody's in the shower. My video just cut out again. Sorry about the noise. Oh, we didn't learn Foy. We're gonna go ahead and use a telepipe to get back to the ship. Basically, it's just a temporary portal. It's what every other NPC does with it. So let's go ahead and sell our stuff real quick. Sell that, sell that. Yep. As far as I'm aware, yeah, that's the same type of saber. Do not sell the mono grinder unless you absolutely need money. But yeah, There you go. Then we can go ahead and turn our quest in. By the way, here's the one little lady from the Mag quest. Kind of just talk to her a little bit. Nothing too crazy. She doesn't do anything. Well, if you talk to her, she disappears, but that's about it. That guy apparently has nothing to say to me. And that's what we got from the Chow. So yeah, you can pretty much download game data to your Game Boy Advance. It'll work on any of them except the Game Boy Micro, I think. But if you have a GBA, like a normal one, or a Game Boy Advanced SP, you can download it to those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You do need the link cable for the Game Boy Advance, though, in order to use it, because it connects to. It's supposed to connect to your GameCube. In this case, it would be connecting to the Wii. And when you connect it, it will give you the option to download it to it. So it's not like a wireless download or anything like what the DS introduced us to. Anyway, that was this guy here was the Rappy guy. He's looking pretty sane now. But they give us 800 Meseta, and we can go ahead and do our next quest. And you can see what time we're at. I'm probably gonna call the stream at about 8:30. So I think we'll have time for maybe one or two more quests. That's so great that I got that, though. I really wanted to get that. So the next one that we'll do... both of these kind of go in the same area. Grand Squall, I feel, is a much easier quest than Native Research. The difference between the two is... Native Research has a time limit of like 20 minutes, which is more than likely why we're going to go with this one. And Grand Squall does not, so that's really the only difference between the two. I wish somebody would explain what the download quest feature was in this game. I still have no idea what it's supposed to do. I'm assuming that you could transfer quests from other people's save cards or memory cards or whatever, and just kind of hand them out to your friends if you wanted to do like similar quests or whatever. Or maybe it was a download service for the online stuff back in the day, but as far as I'm aware, it never got used. So, whatever. Maybe the fan servers can do something special with them. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the nature one. All this quest really is you talk to this one chick. She gives you her name's Alicia, by the way. She gives you this little device that needs to be used up in 20 minutes. Otherwise it expires. But basically you're going to be killing groups of animals to get data off of them. So we end up having to beat 5 different animals in this forest. Now 20 minutes seems like a buttload of time, but I'm not going to lie, I think they should have given us 30 minutes, because this... Oh, I need to drop my money off. I'm wasting time already. But, yeah, so you're given like 20 minutes, but that 20 minutes goes up really fast, especially at my level. It can, yeah, it goes away super fast, so. I need to hurry up and actually do the quest. Might as well customize myself real quick. Boy. So now we have our fire attack ready. It won't be that special at this point, but who knows? Might come in handy. But anyway, they pretty much give us free roam to go wherever we want. We still have to defeat bosses or enemies in order to proceed to certain areas and stuff, but they give you a lot of leeway as to how you want to approach this one. You're not set on a specific path. So, yeah. The only thing is, you gotta get this quest done in 20 minutes. As you can see, we've already lost 2 minutes, though most of that was just from me going to my locker. So we're going to activate these locks, we're going to go in here, and I think the first enemy we're going to be going against is not the enemy that I thought it was. There's nothing in here. I guess the first enemy we're going against are those cat things, or the wolves. Wolves. Which is fine. They're easy ones. But yeah, basically you wanna get rid of, or you want to get to Forest 2 as fast as you can, which is the more gloomy place in the forest. So, but that will have every enemy that you need to fight. So, you know, just make haste and get there as fast as you can. Don't let the enemies kill you or whatever. Because the timer will still be going if you get killed. You'll just be taken back to the ship to get healed up. So, but yeah, once you kill a certain group of enemies, that'll be, you know, a bit of biological data that you can get. We're not going to worry about going into those, just considering how much time we have. So, we're just going to keep on going. Because, quite frankly, I don't like this quest that much. I think this is one of the worst quests you can be given. I just don't like the idea of having timed quests. I get that it adds challenge to it, but it's still kind of dumb. We are going to heal ourselves real quick, though, because the less items you use, the more money you save. So, if you ever see one of these, you know, be very thankful, because they save you a lot of money in the long run. And items, too. You'd be surprised at how fast you can run out of, like, mono fluid, specifically mono fluid. Mono mates, those are like a dime a dozen. You can find them just about anywhere. But yeah, mono fluid, for some weird reason, just disappears over time. Gotta be careful, these guys are getting rough. Believe it or not, though, these guys are pretty okay in terms of fighting. They don't really do that much damage to you. Boomas are just slow, so you don't have to worry about them being too much of an issue. What you need to worry about here is the big monkey alien thing. I don't remember the name of it, but they're big, they're slow, so you can hit them pretty easily, but man oh man, they can pack quite a punch, so make sure you keep your distance from them, because that punch attack will wipe you out in, like, well, at our current level, he could probably wipe us out in one hit, so we gotta be a little careful. I'm gonna use my ice attack here. I'll show off what Foy looks like here in a minute, too. I just want to give it a little bit of time before I do that. I should have used it there. Whatever. I'll use it on him. So yeah, that's Foy. It does do a lot of damage. It's just I feel it's not really worth it unless oof, there are a lot of these guys. Fortunately, if you do get swarmed like that, you can just go over here, and then as you can see in the top right, they back away. But Foy is a good attack. It's just when you're getting bombarded by like a bunch of these guys, the best thing you can do is use a technique that can attack multiple enemies. But once these guys are dead, we will have another bit of research data. We'll be getting the next few over here. Oh, look at that. We're already getting the Rappy data. And if they run off before you can kill them or whatever, it still counts. So you're not going to be discounted for it. Gonna grab some of this stuff. I do need to make a little bit of money off of this quest. Though they do pay you quite a bit for this quest too, so it's kind of nice. And there you go. Biological data 4. We just need 2 more to complete this. One of them is going to be really easy, and the other one's going to be kind of difficult, so I'm hoping we don't have too much trouble. But as you can see, like, we're already almost halfway out of time, so it's definitely best to not dilly-dally in this quest and go as fast as you can. But fortunately, I've done this quest so many dang times, I pretty much know how to get all the data and stuff. Like, this is one that you need to get. This is the easiest one, because everything can pretty much be killed with one hit, except the nest itself. So, it also doesn't do as much damage as the monkey thing. Ooh, we got a Dimate. It's a stronger mono mate, so gives you a lot more health when you use it. It's kind of chilling there. That's one. There's going to be another one that drops here in just a second. I think. Oh, there's a fly I still haven't killed. Or a Mothman. Oh, it's just the one. Okay. Well, all we gotta attack now is that big monkey-looking thing, or ape-looking thing. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. But with this amount of time, I think we won't have much of an issue. So, we'll take care of him real quick. We do gotta take care of these guys before we can continue. Actually, no, I don't think we'll have to. I think we can just do it right here. So I think one jumps down. Yep, there he is. Big, giant gorilla-looking thing. Called a Hildebear. If you keep shooting him, you can kind of keep him at bay. But if he hits you, and he actually does damage to you, it's quite a bit. It's not as much as I thought it was going to be, but it's still quite a bit. So just kill this thing as fast as you can. Or they only spawn in one, so you're pretty safe. But yeah, the timer goes away since you got all of your stuff. So there you go. If you want to, you can go through the rest of this area and just find what you need. But considering the time, yeah, it's just about time for me to wrap it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this quest in. I'm really missing out on, or make like maybe one or two little things, but It's not like the last quest that we were on, where going back and doing stuff really grants you more rewards. So yeah, she'll give us a little bit of praise. They kind this is the quest that kind of alludes that there's stuff going on just behind closed doors with the science department. I think what they're trying to allude at is that there's something wrong with the animals on the planet, um, which makes sense in the grand scheme of things. 2,500 Meseta, not bad. Because the animals don't act like they used to apparently. So, um, yeah, I'm assuming that they're trying to figure out why. We'll learn more about that in the next quest. I'll probably take that quest a little bit slower, but before I do that, we should probably look at the quests that we have available now. Yeah, so the next quest that we'll do is Forest of Sorrow, but we won't do that tonight because it's running late. So, but yeah, so I plan on doing this every other day. So I'll do a Metroid video, and then I'll do a PSO video, pretty much like how I do, or a PSO stream, pretty much how I do it normally anyway. So no biggie there. It's not like it's going to change that much. The only difference is I am live streaming these. The archive footage will be uploaded to YouTube, but it's going to be a lot longer because these videos take a lot longer to process. There's just so much more data. So, yeah. It doesn't require a whole lot of editing, though I probably will edit out the first bit for tonight's just because of how much fine-tuning I had to do. But yeah, so I'll be live streaming these from here on out. Like I said, I feel like for MMOs and stuff like that, they're just better off when you're live stream them instead of just doing like 20-minute videos. Because I feel like you don't get as much out of the game when you're just cutting it off every like 20 minutes. So, and this way I can do grinding and stuff without having to do it behind like closed doors. So if you guys do want to watch me do that, or if you guys just want to talk about it or hear me talk about this game or whatever, you pretty much can. That's the beauty of it. So anyway, I am talking a bit too much now. We should go and check the bank real quick. This will be like the last thing that I do. Always kind of make it a habit just to get my stuff all sold and deposit all my money just in case something happens or whatever. Though I don't think it'll happen here. Not nowadays anyway. Technically I should have used that, but whatever. That gun will be one that we use. Honestly, I think I should sell that one. Yeah, I'll sell that one for now. These sabers are stronger than the ones that I have for some weird reason. Oh, no, never mind. I think they just upgrade with my strength. Or with my level ups and stuff. So, I can sell those. Sell the cane, of course, because I can't use it. And we'll sell the handgun. And we'll equip the other one before we get too far ahead. I want to be able to show you guys one of these, but so far I haven't seen a single one. So we got all these. Can't use D-band. I don't even know what that does, but yeah, I think that's a force user type of thing. We can feed our mag real quick and see if we can level him up. I've got a soul atomizer, which you really should save for yourself, but since I'm not playing, well, first of all, I'm not really playing by the rules to begin with, and secondly, since I'm playing on my own for now, uh, honestly, I get more out of it when I feed my mag. So soul atomizers will give them a lot of level ups and stuff when they're young. When they start to get past like level 10, then it takes a lot longer. So give them atomizers, and eventually when it gets to level 10, you'll get a photon blast. That's really helpful, especially for the quests we're going to be doing. In fact, speaking of quests, tomorrow we might, or not tomorrow, but the next time we're on here, we might actually end up doing an expedition just for a little bit of fun and level up a little bit. So we can upgrade, or we can learn zoned. Can't learn any of these yet. We'll be able to learn Resta before too long, though, and then we won't have to use health items anymore, unless we run into a situation where we're out of magic, or we're out of technique power and can't regenerate it or whatever. But that's like my go-to spell or technique. So the lure, I think, is it's a debuff technique, so I think it lowers defenses on enemies. And anti, I'm not really sure what it does, but we'll figure that one out. I think it's another debuff, or like a healing item. I'm not too sure. But zoned, I don't really remember what zone does. Oh, zoned is the lightning technique. So yeah, that's a really good one to have. It can take out enemies that fly around because it's kind of like a snap attack. It'll take them out from afar. It's a bit slow on the build-up, but it's a really good one. And then later on, we'll be able to learn this one here, which is basically an upgraded version of it that connects the attack and makes it so you can strike multiple enemies at one time. I haven't gotten to these ones yet, but those ones will be cool too. And then the fire attack and ice attack, they'll actually be worth it when we get to these, so we can chain it up and attack more enemies at one time. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits tonight. We'll save our data here, and yeah, tomorrow we'll do some Metroid gameplay. That'll be still on YouTube. The only thing that's going to be streamed on here on Twitch is Phantasy Star Online. I might find more MMOs or RPGs to do down the road. I think that's how I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to do RPGs on Twitch. That way I have a reason to use it and stuff. So, I guess increase my exposure on the internet, I suppose. So I can get more views and whatnot. Like I said, though, if you missed tonight, it will be on YouTube, and all future episodes will be on YouTube as well. Just mind you, they're going to be a lot longer than the ones that go for like Metroid or any other game for that matter. Because I don't like to cut out footage, except like useless stuff like, setup. So that's pretty much just how I like to do it. But yeah, I'm rambling and I'm really hungry. So I will see you guys tomorrow with some Metroid. You guys have a safe or a fantastic day, night, wherever you may be. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask if you decide to go out, and take it easy.